everybody, it is Brooke with the Junk Parlor. Welcome to my channel. So I was thinking you were going to be able to see our little beverage fridge down here in the kitchenette, but you can't. But I was going to tell you that we had a wonderful experience this week where the refrigerator died. So we knew since we moved into this house that the refrigerator was going to die, even though they didn't tell us anything. But it wasn't very long after we started living here that the refrigerator literally sounded like an airplane taking off. And so we were expecting it to die, right? And then it stopped making the sound. We knew we were just gonna buy the same one that they had already had. It's 10 years old. And then it started making noise again. So hubby just happened, I don't know how, noticed when he opened the door that the temperature said like 44. So we're like, ooh, we better check that. So we kept checking and it just kept going up and up and up. So we ran that night to get a new refrigerator. We went to Home Depot because GE was on sale and the sale ended that night. So we got there probably 7:30. And by 8:30, we realized we were not going to be getting a fridge because it was going to be mid-June. So almost 2 months we were going to have to wait before getting a refrigerator. Well, I can't go that long without a refrigerator, especially when we have a graduation party coming up. So we saw that everyone was having the GE sale, you know, Lowe's and Menards and Warner Stallion. So Warner Stallion was right down the road. So we hopped in the car at 8:45 from Home Depot, drove, and we weren't even sure they would let us in because who wants to let somebody in to buy an appliance 5 minutes before you close? I went in and said, "Who wants me?" because hubby dropped me off. And the kid looked and they could get the refrigerators, which we're okay between a couple. We wanted the ones that were fingerprintless, either the slate color or the stainless steel. We didn't care if there was water and ice in the door or not because we were trying to be flexible in our options so we could get one sooner, but they still couldn't get it. It was still gonna be too long, like a month. And so there was a floor model sitting right there. It was similar color to what we wanted. It's an LG. We did absolutely no research. It was marked down because it was a scratch and dent. The scratch and the dent were on the side where they're gonna go into a little cubby anyway in your kitchen. So who cares about that spot? And you know, we could get it soon because it was literally sitting on the showroom floor. Turns out though, we could pay extra and get it delivered on Monday, or we could not pay extra and get it delivered on Tuesday. So this happened Wednesday night. So anyway, we have a refrigerator coming, but we have as much stuff shoved into our beverage fridge as we can. We have a cooler upstairs. I have a little tote of stuff like condiments that we don't use all the time, a couple houses down in a neighbor's garage fridge, and then our freezer was working. So it was a big dilemma. Do we try and get it repaired or not? Because the freezer was working, but we think it's just the fan that puts that cold air up into the fridge wasn't working. That was probably the airplane taking off sound that we were hearing. But who knows how long that would have been to have somebody come look at it and then have somebody get the parts in and to repair it. And by the time we did all that, was it going to cost the same as a new refrigerator? Refrigerators only last 7 to 10 years anyway, and this is 10 years old, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, that's where we are at. So we left stuff in the freezer for a few days, but it is down to like -25 or more. And I think it's supposed to be at 0. So we ended up putting stuff in another neighbor's deep freeze. So we are all over the place. So that has been the excitement this week. Probably when you watch this, I am going to be 47. So my birthday is April 29th. I am recording this, but I do think it's probably going to be another month before this comes out. And I do have another good story about thrifting, but I will save that for the next video for those of you who don't like to hear me chit chat. On that note, let's go thrifting. An actual antique on the shelf, always a good sign that somebody's donated recently. They have $3.45 on this. There are a couple of these like wall-mounted planters. That one's plastic. I think this one's plastic too. So vintage. And then this, I think, is a toast holder. Looks like it has an original price tag on it. It's in plastic with the original receipt. Creative Kitchen. Can't tell what it says, $11 maybe. It says they purchased it in 1993 and now it's $2.95. There's a few pieces of art that I really like. This is a painting and it has a nice, good wooden frame. It is on canvas. They have $50 on it, and it's signed B. And then if you come over here, oh, I guess this maybe looks like a pretty watercolor. They've got some good, oh, these dogs, I didn't flip through this. Let's see. This one is $24.99. I might have to get that one. But I really liked this girl. I looked it up and it's the Thinking Girl. They got $16.99 on it. This I thought was pretty as well. The side of the frame is a little dinged up. I think this was $12. Nope, $16.99. And then this girl's $21.89. The frame's messed up a little bit, but still pretty. I'm guessing these were all from the same lot. And then this one is a painted on a board ship. A little bit of scratching. It is $12.99, and on the back here it says Urbana, Pennsylvania, price $6.50, July 26, 1976. So I don't think that it would be that price, but it's still a pretty one. This is a very unique piece. There is some damage there, but it is $3.95, some rolled art wall mounted vase. But I kind of like it. Amazing. This ironstone pitcher is $3.95, so we're going to check to make sure there's no major damage, which I don't think there is. Well, maybe a little crack. So this piece caught my eye, and it actually looks like it's some kind of pottery. They have $2.95 on it. I don't see any markings. I don't know if it's studio pottery because it's not signed or anything. So I might do a little search and see if I can get any information on it. Here we have some vintage TV trays. They've got 4 of them for $4.95. I'd say that's a great price, and I like the image. And really, they look in good condition. Looks like Brett brought in some new dirty junk and a couple things that caught my eye. We've got a small crock here for $4.99. It does have a nice crack in it, and it's chipped. We have this Exide battery jar, which is big and heavy. It does have like some cracking in it, but that I think is just from the from the glass. But there are some chips up here at the top. But I still think that I'm gonna get it. It's $20, and I just think they look cool with things in them. You can use them as a vase. And then we have this lidded jar that has some great crackling, and it is $10. It's oh, now I can't even think, like a jam jar. We'll have to see what that little paper says. Does it look neat? So I'm guessing they are cards, playing card shape ashtrays. $20. So you got your heart, your spade, your diamonds, and your clubs. They're all, well, maybe they had an insert, because I'm like, they're almost like a coaster. So those are pretty neat. They are marked on the back. Let's see if Brooke can read it. Made in Korea. Okay, this is cool. $23. It's a wood carved bowl pedestal. That almost makes me think it was a light, because that's normally like for a cord. It is carved tad. Definitely has some wormholes in it. There's a little chip over here. It's lightweight, so it's old. You can see all the carving marks here on the inside. I don't know, I like it. Probably not enough profit margin left on this, but it is a gorgeous paint by number that I have not seen before, and it is $24.99. So we're gonna sit here and research it a little bit. Not quite the duck decor that I normally like. Isn't the composition that I like, but this is actually a really good painting. Not sure what's happening here, but this is like a lightweight brass planter with some out-of-date flowers, and they have $25 on it. Hey, who remembers making these photo albums? You'd cover them in fabric. It's too funny. Oh my gosh, look at this lamp. It is huge, has a good shade, and then it is alabaster. This is the biggest alabaster lamp I've ever seen. They have 125 on it, and it looks to be in great condition. How much do you think blow mold Santa is gonna be? He's a lot at $99.29. I'm not even sure if this one is an old one or not. Tell me down in the comments what you think. Blow molds are not my specialty. I think this is beautiful. I love that it's so shallow. It's got such good detail on it. It is signed and it's only $3.29. I think I might get it. I just like that it's shallow because then you can throw your keys, your AirPods, whatever in it. You know me and religious things. This one has some damage, looks like a chalkware piece. And it's nice and big, $2.29. It's a little bit different with the brown faux wood backdrop. And they have 2 of them. These are amazing. We're back with some goodies, and when I show you the goodies, the things that are for sale are going to be listed over at thejunkparlor.com, and you can check that out. I did set up my website a little bit differently, so we'll see kind of how things go. If you want to see new arrivals, which would be the new things that are coming out from this video, you can click down in the description box and it'll say new arrivals. Or when you're on the website, if you click that shop tab menu button at the top, you're gonna have a drop-down menu, and one of those drop-downs says new arrivals, so you can click there. So anyway, we've been messing with the website, trying to make it faster and more user-friendly, and that was one of the changes that we had to make. That's a whole nother long story, which I won't get into. So let's go through the things that will be listed over at thejunkparlor.com. So first, and I should have wrote down the guy's name. I think I shared it when we were shopping. This is a studio pottery piece. It's actually an artist here in Iowa. I got it for $3.29. It is signed. And he has a lot of things listed, or resellers have a lot of his things listed online. And so I'm really excited to do a little bit more deep diving into this guy and this piece. But I loved the colors. I loved the shape. I love that it's shallow. I think it's a really usable bowl. Then I got this very patinaed silver tray. It was only $2. And in my mind, I was thinking it would go great by our sink upstairs, and then you can line up your soap and for me, maybe my paper towel and stuff, but it's too big. I don't want to do it for that. Then I thought maybe I could put it on my new ottoman that I got off Facebook Marketplace, but I don't think so. I really think I want to go with something round. So this will be over on the website. I've passed up a lot of crates that I really liked, but this one I just think is perfect for those of you who decorate for winter and switch out your decor because of the snow boy and the little snow boy, and it's just cute. It's got lots of advertising. It almost looks like it says Trump son. Brooke. It doesn't say Trump son. It says Thompson. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that'll give you guys something to crack up about. More advertising plain on this side. And it's kind of weird because this is almost like paper covered wood on the sides. It's harder than cardboard, but then like this section right here, I think is just cardboard. So anyway, it's a very, very unique packaging box. And I don't remember how much I spent on this. Also got this. Hopefully you can see it says Exile there in the middle right here. It's too much glare, I think. But it says Exile. Oh, it's not Exile, it's Exide. Waterline, made in the USA, and it says that on both sides. This is a freaking awesome battery jar. It does have some damage though. I like these. One, you can use it like a vase, but two, if you have a collection of game pieces or dice or marbles or bouncy balls, you can throw them in here and then you can see them and enjoy them. So I love that. So there's some chipping up here and there's some chipping in this corner too. So I'm not really sure, like, I'll probably list it. I'm just not really sure. It's always hard when there's some damage on how you price it, because for someone like me, the damage doesn't bother me. For other people, you know, that's a deal breaker. I did get some books. This one I thought I loved the name because it says Golden Robin. It's actually a music book. I don't know if it's a hymnal per se, but it's a music book. This one says Furniture Treasury. This is like one of those things that people had before the internet so that they could look up furniture. And then I wasn't sure if this was a jam jar or what, but bonus, awesome crackling. Bonus on it though is that someone had cut out an old article, still got the cobwebs on it and everything, and it's telling us that it is a toothpaste container. So it says toothpaste wasn't always in tubes. According to the Tube Council of North America, 1992 marks the 100th anniversary of toothpaste in tubes. Before 1892, toothpaste was available only in porcelain jars, which were quite expensive. But I love it when people put little notes and stuff inside. I don't know about you, but my grandma did that. I still have things of hers that have like safety pin little notes to it. Something about this studio pottery basket, just, I wanted to get it. It was $2.95. It is not signed. It doesn't have a maker's mark or anything. But when I Google image searched it, it was worth the purchase. This is one of those things, I don't really know if it's old or new. It was $7.50. It does have some surface rust on it. I haven't done any research on it yet. There's no like markings or anything on the bottom. And it is pretty heavy for shipping, but because it's so compact, I felt like it was still worth it. And I mean, it's just cute. It's got like the right look. Then we have this little perfume bottle, kind of completely different, more girly. I just love the lid. The little squeezer is like dried and hard in there, but I love the bottle is pink. I haven't tried to take it off yet, so probably we'll have to have it's gonna come off. I was gonna say my husband, because I don't know, in my old age, I have no grip strength. Makes me think of my grandma. So it should work, but I think I will clean out some of that old perfume. It's not actually as terrible as some of the old grandma perfume. Then we got this cute little puppy dog ashtray. What, a Dutch Hound. I didn't realize it was Yellowstone National Park. I didn't realize it was a souvenir. So cute little ashtray, but you can use that for anything. Our little key fob would go in there nicely. I feel like I looked it up and it said incense burner. So a little turtle. I mean, can't go wrong with little animals. I don't think this one is marked either. Just has his turtle belly. But again, cute little brass piece. Little brass piece I thought was super cute. It's like a kangaroo with his pouch. I have no idea. I feel like I looked it up and it's been a while now and I can't remember what it was. Toothpick holder maybe. Does that seem right? But again, cute little brass piece, and he just has good patina and character. And I mean, I don't find kangaroos all that often. We got a nice ironstone pitcher. This one does have some damage right here, so I don't think that it would hold water. One of the cracks does go all the way through, but you can put some faux greenery in here and it would look pretty, or hang it off of like a peg rail or something. So I don't know, are ironstone pitchers and ironstone things still super popular? I really feel like it just kind of depends on the area, but this was only $3.95, so I had to grab it. Here is another book, the Buckeye Cookbook. So I'm excited to do a little research and see what that value is. Here's another example of the White House Cookbook is valuable, but this one has quite a bit of damage. So I'm not sure if that's going to make a difference or not. Really just damaged in a couple corners. Like there are teeth marks, so you know some animal got a hold of it. If you're interested in these kitchen clatter magazines, you need to let me know, because I'm probably just going to set them aside and put them in like a bundle listing with some ephemera. Oh, that's cute, the little kitty. So we've got 1949, that was April and May. So I haven't even really flipped through these. That one's kind of cute too. November, they're doing a turkey. Look how big that turkey is compared to the little girl. So there's a stack of those kitchen clatter magazines. They're great for old advertising. I always think it's just fun to see what the graphics were, how much things were going for, you know, just interesting. For $10, we got some bookends. Now, what are these? I guess I don't even know. They are marked here on the bottom, P, M, C, and G on each side. And I've been really attracted to bookends lately for some reason. I think this is brass. To add to my little collection, I have all of these sitting kind of on the window trim above our sliding glass door. This one was $5, and actually I think Gary gave it to me for free. So it has a little star on it, so we'll set that up there. That will be a keeper. This letter basket was $1.96, and you can tell it's a really old one with that like crinkled wire. And it would have been one that stacked, but they only had this one at the thrift store. Now, I gave myself a project because a girlfriend of mine just had her first granddaughter, and her daughter is trying to dress the granddaughter in all vintage clothes. Now, this is for a little boy, but I think because I had just talked to her, this was just like too precious to pass up, because this would be super cute for church, for Easter, for family photos. I think the jacket, there might be a little staining around the neckline. This is Sportswear Good Lad, size 3T. I figure this is going to be a job because the bottom, I mean, check out these little suspenders, and I have never seen that before, where they put a slit, like a buttonhole in between or on the suspenders. Never seen that before. But we had some diaper explosion on the pants. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, it's not terrible, but my mom is pretty good at getting out stains, and I'm gonna see her this weekend. So I think I'm gonna take these with me and be like, Mom, will you help me? But I figured it would be a good project to try and get these cleaned up, because these are just so cute. Somebody needs to buy them and have their kid wear them. All right, that is everything that I picked up this week. Remember to go over to thejunkparlor.com to purchase any of these goods. And there is a ton of other things. I have over 1,000 things listed, which when I say that out loud, it's like blows my mind that I have that many things listed. And I have that many things squeezed into my storage room, all nice, organized, and tidy. So I will share with you that video if you want to check that out. It is even more packed than it was in that video, but you get the idea of how I organize my inventory. Of course, I appreciate you watching and hope you click that subscribe button, ring the bell so you get notified the next time a video comes out. I'll see you next time.